Hello, it's Black Hair Jacko here once again, and well, we're in big screen mode for, well, what I'm actually going to be doing very soon, because, well, it is now nearly 4 in the morning, and, well, quite literally, the 500 gig hard drive that I recently purchased along with the 320 is actually going to be sent back to whence I bought it, and here is the start of the reason from Crystal Disk Info, because it is showing caution. I got to with 201 reallocated sectors and 5 pending. The 5 pending actually came from a test I actually ran. It would be best if I got the right button. Right, close that. With the Western Digital Data Lifeguard software, and even though this one is showing, yep, that's all fine across the board, if I run the quick test, I run the quick smart test, and we give it a few seconds to chew through it for a bit. Although you can actually see down the bottom that I've actually added something else. But yep, quick test on drive 1 did not complete. Status code 07 failed read test element. Failure checkpoint 32 unknown test. Smart self test did not complete on drive 1. And why is that? Cool. Yeah. If I go view test results, yeah, quick test on drive 1 did not complete. Status code 07 failed read test element. Failure checkpoint 32. I'm going to do this left-handed, and what I am now going to bring up is the information. This is actually for the 320 gig Western Digital drive, because it has a power on time of 589 days 9 hours, and it still has more than 1,000 days of life in it. The 500 gig, as you can probably see from the display, the part over here, isn't. There are 201 bad sectors on the disk surface. The contents of these sectors were moved to the spare area based on the number of remapping operations. The bad sectors may form continuous areas. There are 5 weak sectors found on the disk surface. They may be remapped any time in the later use of the disk. It is recommended to examine the log of the disk regularly. All new problems found will be logged there. It is recommended to back up immediately to prevent data loss. It is showing its performance at 100%, yet its health is at 22% and has a remaining lifespan of 86 days. And if I go over to the information tab, I've got to freaking... Right, this should do it. Yep, scroll down here. And if I go down to here, self-test execution status, test failed by read element. And I did actually do a short self-test on this drive using the Hard Disk Sentinel software, And that was the result. Test failed by read element. I actually did a full test of the hard drive with the data lifeguard diagnostics, and that failed with the extra sectors that had gone nasty. And quite frankly, I do not want a liability like this in my system, or in this system, though you can't really see it because the lighting is horrible. But yep. However, what I'm actually going to be doing before I actually take the drive out in the morning and pack it up ready to be taken back to CEX, what I will be doing is I'll actually be nuking the partitions on both this drive, the one that I've got Windows 10 installed on, and the other Western Digital, because I'm going to be swapping cables around so that 320 gig is primary and not secondary. And when I get back with the replacement, I'll try and put Linux Mint Cinnamon back on and see if I can actually get anything better done than just failing with the bootloader. Well, I need to go to bed. Eva's trying to relax, and yeah, that is one of the things you get when you have an unactivated copy of Windows 10. I'm gonna end this and, well, go to actually do a bit of a nuke work and then go to bed. Alright, what I've had to do is this on the floor very quickly. The 500 gig is out. I've actually wired the 320 into the first SATA port on the motherboard. And what I'm going to do before I head out is I'm actually going to try and reinstall Linux on this little beast once again. See if, well, it gets any better. And it doesn't screw up the old bootloader. Right, well, we're back in Linux Mint Cinnamon, and we might actually have this thing better, because instead of getting 2 partition options, we're getting 3. So hopefully we should actually be able to install this, punch in the bootloader, and, well, actually have Linux on this for a change. And here we are. It is actually going ahead, because I never saw the installing the Grub 2 package. So hopefully we're actually getting somewhere. Or these Linux installs just do not like to drive configs when they're configured incorrectly. Yeah, that hard drive is churning away. Come on. Alright, running grub install. Dev SDA, updating grub. We are done. Yep. So, this should actually boot into Mint. Now, installation has finished. And hopefully, I'm going to try doing the reboot and see if it, well, reboots. Though I'm probably going to have to come on. Optical disc. Okay, go. Ah, yes. Please remove the installation medium, then press enter. Disk out. Stick that back over here. Close tray. Press enter. And in progress. And we are booting. Though I'll probably need to reconfigure the screen modes. Yeah, 360 by 768, and are we going to hear it? Cursor. Linux Mint 18.2, Sonia, Cinnamon 64-bit. Thank you for choosing Linux Mint. Yep, so we are actually loaded. Though the next bit of this mission is going to be to take that and take it back to where I got it from. Finally, I have Linux installed. And I just got back from CEX. Well, their little testing suite, which they only seem to use HD Tune, didn't see a problem with the other drive. But because they actually used some of the stuff that I did, as a gesture of goodwill, they did replace it. It's basically the same thing, but this is an actual honest to goodness drive and not a recertified variant of it. So we should have hopefully a decent hard drive. Although I'm probably going to have to put it in the Dell, run gparted on it, blank the original partitions, and then reformat it so that it can actually be seen in Linux Mint. Here we go again. So I've got to go grab me gparted disk. Right, back in a mo. Right, we are golden. The drive is showing up in the BIOS. Let's restart this puppy and boot gparted. Let's get boot options going. I want this thing to boot into gparted, not into alright, Gparted Live default settings. I have a feeling that Ubuntu record might either be my Linux, or it could be the install on that 500 gig hard drive. Optical discs. Yep, done. Don't touch key map. Yep. And yeah, EFI system partition, EX4, and the swap. Yeah, so that's probably the UEFI system partition. Right, I'm gonna have to do this. Alright, new volume in NTFS, only 154 meg U, so it wasn't a file partition, it isn't an OS partition. So yeah, what I'll do, ext4, can't do new size 39. Let's add it. Let's apply these changes. Yep, all operations completed successfully. Yep, SDB1. And yep, that is all golden. So yeah, let's get this shut down. Alright, let's retrieve the disk. Close the tray. And we are offline. Let's see if this thing will now still boot into Linux Mint. Yay! Right, I just need to do that. Put it onto green mode so it's coming in from the analog audio feed. and alright. Huh. Yep, we are running, and yep, 500 gig volume. Yeah, and it is empty. Alright, I'm gonna see if there's a Linux version of Crystal Disk Info, and I'll see what this drive is hiding, if any. Well, the diagnostics are not working on Linux, so I'm going to have to do the only thing I can do, and install Windows 10. Well, here we go again. Hi. Yeah, hi. We're happy that you're here. I just wanted to film this little bit. Getting things ready. Please don't turn off your PC. Alright. Next, I'll be having a look at the smart data of that new drive. Oh, Shizuku is very happy with this one, even though this has over 13 terabytes of total reads, above 14 terabytes of writes, power on count of 1092, and power on hours of 9766. Yes, I'll actually say that this is a heck of a lot better than that other one. I probably won't need to run its tests, because probably like the $320 gig, yeah, because these are reading 120 and it's not got any values in it in the reallocated sectors, so it's not got any bad sectors, it's not got any pending sectors, it's not got any uncorrectable sectors, so this is good. So I think we can put a rest to this issue here, and I'll probably have to end up sticking with Windows 10. Though I could probably just rinse this through. Yeah. So probably gonna let this lot cool down, and well, yeah. So this is the end of this, getting this little Dell back in working order, and this is Light Here Otaku signing off. Till next time, I'll catch you laters.